welcome to another episode of BALLGOWNS and Booze. I'm Eloise and I'm here with the lovely Natalie in Verwood Sweets kitchen. Today we are making a shrimp or prawn asparagus stir fry, and we are pairing it with the gorgeous Chardonnay Pinot Noir. So this is a recipe that we've been made up by Teddy, our sommelier on the estate, who's helping us out with some food and wine pairing.
Yes.
So, cheers! Cheers!
We're going to peel the prawns.
Yes.
So if you're not sure on how to peel prawns, please watch our episode on the prawn gazpacho. We go into a little more detail on peeling the prawns, but right now, for the time, we'll just cut to the next stage.
Okay, so now our prawns are deveined and no shells on them. We're going to prep our asparagus because the stir fry is very quick, so we want to get it all ready to go.
So the asparagus is long pieces or short pieces?
I'm going to go for long pieces. Because
long pieces?
I think so.
Just cut that mangy ends off, as the British would say. Is that a British English?
Cut the ends off.
Mangy.
Mangy. I don't know if that's British. I know that people do say that back home, mangy, but I haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah, that's a more 90s word, isn't it?
Perfect. So we've got these
asparagus. Oh, that can go back on our dish. Now what do we do?
Okay, so the next step is to cook the prawns. So
cooking the prawns and oil.
Olive oil, yes.
Yeah, that's oil.
So now we need to cook the prawns. So 2 tablespoons.
Apparently we haven't been drinking enough. Okay, so bring the saucepan up slowly in our non-toxic neoprene frying pan. 2 tablespoons of oil.
Yes, please. And then cook the prawns, add season them with some salt and pepper and some chilli.
Last time when we cooked prawns, we cooked them in butter.
We did.
It was more of a creamy kind of dish, wasn't it? But the Chinese is more of an oily dish, so we're cooking them in oil. Frying prawns. So when frying prawns, not too hot, they will go white and pink.
Teddy's notes on this dish is a funny one.
A bit French, yes. It's French translated.
No, but
our recipe, some of our recipes are translated from French, from our French sommelier.
The fact that he's given us about asparagus is that in ancient Greece, they used to use asparagus to treat diarrhea and behaviors in urethra. So
that's not really romantic facts about asparagus.
Making a lovely dish and we're reaching out.
If the prawns give you diarrhea, it's okay because they're cooked with asparagus.
Very well with asparagus.
My apologies. Do English call them prawns or shrimps?
We call them prawns. I think I would call this very small ones shrimps. And then prawns would be king prawns, so the larger ones. What would you call them? Just all prawns?
No, the little ones are shrimps.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're the same.
I don't know what those little ones are. Are they actually baby prawns or?
I think they are, and maybe they are just called shrimps when they're babies. I prefer the king prawn.
Tiger prawns are my fave.
Yeah.
And then there's the red spotted prawn, which is really yummy too. Any Australian prawns?
I think the prawns that I've had in Australia have been much better than the ones that I've had back home.
I should hope so. So when we can, we want locally sourced wild prawns rather than farmed, yes?
Yes.
And then what are we adding here?
We're going to add some chili flakes, so you can change how much you add depending on your spice liking, and then some salt and pepper for seasoning.
May I have a spoon, please?
You can, I suppose.
Thank you.
Do you like spicy food?
I'm getting myself more and more
You have to build
trained.
your
Yes.
tolerance, don't you?
I do like it. Again, watch our episode on prawn gazpacho and I will tell you my story with spicy food and my cheeky brother. Almost ready, not quite white enough. So then what's next, my dear Eloise?
So we're going to take the prawns out once they're ready, so there's a fresh dish for you there. And then we are going to cook some of the other ingredients. So we need to add some more olive oil to the pan.
Oh, I used all the olive oil.
Okay, we may not need to add any more olive oil to the pan, but that's fine. We're going a bit ahead of ourselves today, aren't we?
Yes.
Me with my...
We work better when we drink more wine, I feel, so cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Prawns are white and pink.
Okay.
So I'm trying to keep the oil in. If you are following the recipe and not watching our video, you would have only put in half the oil. So you need some oil to cook the asparagus. So I should have enough in the pan once taking out the prawns. That's why I'm not just pouring the prawns out. This is awkward. I feel like the asparagus should be cut in half.
Do you want to cut them in half?
If it's a stir fry. I don't know. I know, let's go with that because it looks good. Looks good. So what else is going in here?
Ginger and garlic.
Ginger
so
and
that's
garlic.
all minced and ready to go.
A spoon. When I first started dating my husband, my now husband, I was only in grade 12, he was 21. He was much more sophisticated than I was. And he cooked a dish with asparagus, and Mum had never cooked with asparagus with 5 children. And I thought he was very cool and sophisticated. It was a scam, it was a con, because he never cooked asparagus again. Just coating the asparagus with the garlic and ginger and oil as much as I can. This frying pan's probably a tad too small.
And then we're nearly ready, so it's a really quick and easy dish actually.
Oh, is this it?
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
what would we eat this with?
So you could bulk it up with some rice or something like that, or some noodles. You could add more veggies if you'd like. But we're just going to be concentrating on the prawn and the asparagus because we're
And the
going to have it with
chilli,
the
yes.
wine and
Go with that wine.
you have all the flavours then. We will be adding a few more things, but not much. So there's not many ingredients actually.
Too easy.
Really easy. And lots of flavour.
And the smell of the chili cooking is yummy. So what's the rest of the ingredients and when do we add them?
So once the asparagus has been cooking for about 5 minutes or however much you would like, we then return the prawn back to the pan.
Okay.
We're going to add some soy sauce and some lemon juice.
Okay.
And then just stir that until combined, maybe a minute maximum cooking. Everything's already cooked, so it's just to let the flavours release.
Awesome.
And then we're going to garnish it with some fresh chopped parsley and eat immediately. If we add the lemon juice and the soy sauce,
So
and we're just
there
cooking,
was 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice.
yeah, and some dark soy sauce.
And the dark soy
It's got more
sauce.
flavour, I think.
And this is, how much soy sauce? I think a tablespoon looks like.
1 tablespoon, yes. And just mix that up. And we don't want to cook it for too long as we don't want to overdo the prawns. But it's just to reheat through and get those flavours released. So we're going to attempt to make this look pretty, but...
Chop or leave in flowers?
Chop.
Chop?
Yeah, chopped fresh parsley. Not too fine.
There.
I think dishing up food is a form of art, really. Some people can do it
They're
so
doing it
well,
very
can't they?
well.
I don't know. It's a bit of a messy one. I like the rustic dishes so that you can just whack it all on.
Drizzling some other sauce.
Those nice chilli flakes and soy sauce, ginger, garlic, all those flavours. Is that enough?
I think so.
Okay. I like my sauce. And then we have a garnish of parsley. Add a bit more green. Yum. Perfect. I think that looks quite good. So we are drinking the Chardonnay Pinot Noir, and we're drinking it from what I would call a wine glass. However, usually I'll put it into a flute. So please, can you tell me why we're drinking it from this glass instead of what I would have thought?
Of course, we use these glasses because to making champagne or sparkling wine, it is a white wine, and after you do a process, and it's better to use like a wine glasses because you can smell and you can see really better with the wine glasses.
I usually go for the flute, but now I know better.
Yeah,
I know from a French sommelier.
If anyone corrects you, you can say,
Yeah.
wow, absolutely.
Amazing. So we have our prawn and asparagus stir fry, and you have paired these because, if you can tell us, because I thought chili would be an unusual pairing, quite strong and overpowering.
Yeah. We put asparagus, shrimp, and a little bit spicy to create a texture with the bubble of the sparkling Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and you have the Chardonnay for the freshness, and you have the Pinot Noir for the structure of this sparkling. So I think the spicy and the bubbles in the sparkling can create interesting texture in the palate.
Okay, and would you say they contrast quite a lot then?
Yes, it's a contrast. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Well done. We did taste testing.
We did. I feel like I learnt a lot. So
yes.
really good knowledge from that.
Okay.
So we taste our Chardonnay Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
So we tasted the stone fruit. So it'll be interesting to see if the stone fruit aromas and flavours are still prevalent. Oh, that's yummy. Oh, it's chilly. Camera off me, please.
I think that's nice.
That is nice.
I love the
Try
dish,
again.
and it goes
Yeah, it's interesting.
nicely.
It's interesting because asparagus is very fresh with the shrimp. Maybe when I take asparagus on shrimp, it's like not too spicy, and with this balance with this sparkling wine, on of the palate we can feeling spicy, but
It does change the primary flavours and characteristics. I can't taste stone fruit.
yeah, sure.
I never knew that dishes would change that much about
That is
the wine.
incredible, isn't it? That is really, really nice. The bitterness that generally comes at the end of a champagne or sparkling is...
I'm finding it a lot warmer because of the chili. It's kind of covering the bitterness, and it's...
Nice. Good pairing.
It's
well
balanced.
done.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Delicious.
It happens to be lunchtime, so I
So
think we'll finish this off and finish off the bottle.
don't mind if I do.